guys, I'm back. So I wanted to go ahead and decorate or go ahead and cover page 1. And we're going to go ahead and start with the front. Okay, we have our little insert here with the little flap, so we know this is the front part. And we're going to go ahead, I cut all my papers for page 1, the front and the back. Okay, and our base page starts out to be at 6 3/4 by 7 3/4. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in just a bit for you guys. Okay, so there we go. So I cut this page at 6 5/8 by 7 5/8. Okay, is what my my page is right here. Okay, and so if you're going to go ahead and ink your edges, then you would do so now or before you start to cover everything. And I'm just going to go ahead and start covering everything. So to start that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to peel off this part of the tape. Went ahead and put my magnet down right here, and I would say it's probably about a ½ inch from the edge of the paper right here, okay, from the end here, and it's a ½ inch inside and probably about middle of the way down. Okay, and so we're just going to go ahead and grab our glue, and I'm going to go ahead and put this down. And I just go ahead and go around. Now you can use your score tape if you want. I have had really awesome luck with this glue. This is the Ultra Bond iCraft glue, and you can find that over at JS and Hobbies and Crafts. It's awesome glue, you guys. I absolutely love it. Especially love it because you can get that during the winter months shipped to you. So if you didn't get a chance to get your art glitter glue, you can definitely grab this glue, okay? And they will ship that right out to you, okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and burnish this down really, really good. Okay. So just burnishing this down. Okay. And looks like I have some that I guess I didn't get with the glue. So I'm just going to go ahead and go under it real quick. No, maybe it's not coming out right. There we go. All right. And then I am going to grab a little towel or something to clean up my excess glue. Sometimes it squeezes out. So just gotta move some things around here. And all right. So, and you can always test to see if your glue got the ends. All you have to do is just lift up on your paper and you will know if your glue is down. So looks like I got all the ends. So okay. So okay, so then for the next part, we are going to go ahead and put our little little belly band together. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and remove this tape here. Okay, that was to hold our magnet in place. And I'm going to put some glue here at the end, and then right here. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on. This is just a piece that I cut out from the paper pack. Okay, right there. Just like that. And actually I could just remove this tape. I don't really think I need it. So Alrighty, so now I can go ahead and cover the front of this, and I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue on here. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and mount this on here. Okay, just like that. Okay, so go. All right, and then we can go ahead and we can put this a little band on, and it goes behind here, and then it goes up in here, just like that, and that can stay right in the middle. Okay, and then our magnet will fit right there. Okay, and this can be glued right inside of there. So we can go ahead and put glue behind here. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and fold it back. You just want to make sure it's straight. Okay, just like that. Alrighty, and it's on there. So when you open it, it comes open like this. Okay, so there we go. So that is our first one, and then if you wanted to, you could definitely add some other embellishments if you wanted. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started putting everything on here, our little cards. And this one was the front of our waterfall. So for this one, we're going to stick it right here. Okay, we're going to start right here. Okay, and I'm just eyeballing it. It's like in the middle part. Okay, and you can definitely swing this over just to make sure that it's going to catch every one of them. And you're just going to go ahead and about a halfway, I usually use my finger to measure about a 1/2 inch, or just to give it some room right there, and that's where you're going to start. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and put some glue right here. Okay, so you're going to put the glue on your little tabby right there that we scored. Okay, and again, you're just going to get your finger, and like I said, about a halfway mark. And you can definitely eyeball it, which, whatever your middle part is. Okay, so just like that. Now for this part right here, I was going to go ahead and use this little chipboard piece, okay? And I was going to go ahead and use these little gems from the JS Hobbies and Crafts that they sent me, and because I thought that they would be really pretty in the middle instead of using brads. I thought they would be really pretty sitting in the middle here. And so I went to see if they would fit in the middle, and they're kind of, they really don't fit in the middle part of that, so you'll have to make the hole bigger. So to make the hole bigger, I went ahead and got my little We Are Memory Keepers hole punch, okay, and the biggest hole on there is what you need. Okay, now if you don't have this, that is okay. Okay, maybe use a brad, or use something that you have. If you have an older punch, okay, you can use that. An older, like I have an older punch that I use, and let me get that for you. It's a little bit wider hole, so it looks just like that. Okay, and it's just a single hole punch. Okay, and you can use that to punch your hole in there. Okay, so you can definitely use that. And once you get that done, then those will fit right in the middle of your little chipboard. See? So instead of using a brad, I thought that would be really pretty. And it gives it some sparkle. So, and I love sparkle. So, especially when you're doing a princess album, right? You got to have bling. So, what princess doesn't have bling? So, yeah. Okay, so that's going to go right there. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and add our little bling. And I'm just going to go ahead and put my glue right in the center of that hole. Okay. And that might be a little bit too much glue, but that's okay. At least I know that that will stick right in there. Okay. Just like that. Oh, I got that one the wrong way. There we go. I don't know. I might take that one out. I think it got glue on the head there, and I don't want it to. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut another one. Okay. And there you go. So there is our little, the start of our little waterfall. So then the next waterfall, you're going to go ahead and put glue right there. Okay. Just like that. And you're going to follow this right behind that little flap we just stuck down. Okay. And if you're new to this, this is how you make a waterfall. Okay. You just go ahead and stick the little pieces, one right behind the other. Okay. Make sure that they are burnished down pretty good. Okay. And then you're going to get your next one, and you're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Okay. And you're just going to keep following it all the way down till you're done with your cards. Okay. Again, you're going to burnish that. Okay. And okay, and then the next thing I'm going to show you guys is how to, and some of you may know this already, you know, if you've been making books for a while, you know how to do certain things. And if you're not, if you haven't been and you are new, I am going to show you how to cover your little edges right here, your little seams. Okay. Now you don't have to if you don't want to, but it gives it a nice finished look. Okay. So, and then the last one here, I went ahead and added another little card, actually from the paper collection. I cut that out, and it's just from one of the cut apart pieces. And I'll show you where it's from. It's from this page right here. It was up in this corner, and it has these little stamps on the side with this princess and the princess here, and then it looks like this on the back. Okay, so this is where I got this piece here, where it says, "Life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale of all." So I thought that was super cute. So, so there you go. So there is your waterfall. Now, to cover up this part right here, you want to go ahead and just pick out, you know, your strips that you've already got. Okay, and you're just going to go ahead and put those right in the middle there. All right, and of course you're going to cut them. So let's see here, however long our waterfall was, and of course I don't remember. I will go ahead and measure that for you real quick. I can find my ruler. I know my ruler's probably sitting right in front of me, like it always is. Yes. Okay, So our waterfall measured 4 and, what was it? 4 1/4, I think it was. So 4 1/4 inches. Okay, and you're just going to go ahead and cut your strips 4 1/4 inches, and I think by a 1/2 inch. Okay, so there's a 1/2 inch right here. Okay, so, and then you're just going to go ahead and put glue behind here. Okay, and that's how you're going to cover not only the gussets for your waterfall, but that's also how you're going to cover the gussets in your book. Okay, so that's what you will do, is you'll just use, and I just usually use my scraps, so I don't cut new strips or anything like that. Anytime I have a strip of paper, that's what I use to do my gussets. Okay, and that's why usually I'll do my gussets last, because I use all of my scrap pieces of paper for that. Okay, and then right here you can do a lovely photo right here, and so right here I thought we would go ahead and put a nice little photo here, and you can cut that at 4 by 6 if you wanted. See if that'll work. So you could put a 4 by 6 picture right here, just like that. Or you could cut it down even more. So you could do, let's see here. So something like that, so it looks a little bit, okay, just like that. Okay, and you can definitely go ahead and do that. And then we could also use our corner pieces. So for your corner pieces, you're going to use these little guys here, and these are awesome little corner photo pieces that you can slide your photos inside. Okay, so I went ahead and cut a couple out. Ew, excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I hope I'm not catching another cold, I swear. Hope I'm not catching another cold. So you can definitely put this here just like this, and we can also back these. So we could also so like this can go here, and I don't know, I think I cut this one upside down. I think I cut it wrong. I don't know. Anywho, we could go ahead and definitely stick this here. Okay, so to go ahead and cut your pieces, okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut some, and I think I might go ahead and cut some that are white and some that are not white. So I'm going to go ahead and bring over this, and actually, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and, okay. All right, guys, so now for the back of the page, okay, we're going to go ahead and do this one here. This is page 1 still. We're on the back. All right, and again, I went ahead and cut out all of my sheets to the 6 and 6 and, what was it? 6 and 5/8 by 7 and 5/8. Okay, so I went ahead and cut all my sheets out to 6 and 5/8 by 7 and 5/8. Okay, so we're definitely going to go ahead and stick this one on here. And to make this a little bit, let's see, I think maybe I'll go ahead and fold that out. I don't know if that will help or not, but we're going to go ahead and do it this way. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I got all of my corners glued. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, just like that. Make sure it's straight. Okay. Make sure it's straight. And I'm going to go ahead and burnish this down. Okay. All right, so just like that. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and flip that back over and put this down. Okay, and I could go ahead and put that there. And then we're going to go ahead and put the doors on. Okay, to put the doors on, you're going to need a couple of pieces of paper here. All right, and here is, let's see here. Sorry guys, I had all this measured out and everything. There. These go on the inside. And what I did was I took the scraps from the paper that we're cutting, and I'm kind of just flipping them over. So like we're using this for the outside, but then we're using the back side for the inside of the sheet, okay? So that makes it a lot easier, okay? And this goes here, okay? And then this one, I went ahead and when I first gave you the measurements, I gave you measurements without a hinge on it, but I went ahead and did one with a hinge. So you'll actually cut your sheet at 4 5/8 by 6 1/8, okay? And then you'll go ahead and score a 1/2 inch on your right hand side, okay? And then you're going to go ahead and put this card on top here. And then this is going to be glued down. And we're going to go ahead and put this Once Upon a Time, okay? Or you could do it, you know, opposite. You could have this here, Once Upon a Time, and then this here. So you could have two different ephemera or journaling cards, okay? And that's what I'm using, is I'm using the journaling and ephemera cards from this packet. And they're so gorgeous, you guys. I mean, I think I showed them to you before, but they're absolutely stunning, okay? Absolutely stunning. Look at that one with the wagon. Isn't that pretty? Oh. So, so gorgeous, you guys. Just absolutely beautiful. You know, you can definitely do it however you want. And I mean, I even thought about changing it. So, you know, doing Princess here, or putting this in the front here, and then putting that one on the back side. So, you know, so that way you could journal, or, you know, if you wanted to put something here. So it's totally up to you, however you want to do it. Because, okay, so I think I might just leave it like this, though. I don't know. So then once you get this done here, okay, you're going to go ahead and put those together. You're going to go ahead and cut your papers for your doors, okay, and your papers for your doors are going to be at 3 3/4 by 6 7, or 6 6.5, okay. So that's going to be for the top part, okay. Don't forget your magnet. You will need 3 magnets for this part. You will need a magnet for this here, okay. So it attaches here once you get your papers on. You will need a magnet there, and then you will need another magnet under here, okay, which we already stuck on. So don't forget your magnet, okay. When your door is on here, okay, once you get your doors on, you will need to go ahead and put a strip here. So you could definitely put a strip right there, okay, or whatever you want. And then here we're going to go ahead and put the scraps of paper, whatever you cut from the top of your door, you're going to use the scrap of that for the back of the door, okay? And they will not be very long, okay? So that's okay. Don't worry about it, because we're actually going to make a little pocket that covers this bottom part, okay? So no worries. All right, and that is going to be like so. So we're going to do it just like this, okay? And then this little gal is going to go right here. Now, here is another thought, okay? If you wanted to, you can definitely cut her out of here and make this into a frame. So if you had, let's see, what did I do with them? So if you wanted to pick one that you wanted to cut, let's say this part right here, because this one has flowers right here, and you could definitely cut this part out to where it would look, you know, like a frame. You could definitely do that, okay? So you can cut any one of these apart and have them look like a frame. All right. So I just wanted to let you all know that, so if you wanted to have one that was a frame with a picture inside of it at the front part, you could definitely do that. So that is something else you can do. And I actually was thinking about that. So later, after I started doing everything, so that is another choice that we have, and I'm actually thinking we might do that. So I mean, it would be really nice to have a nice little frame in here with a photo of somebody, you know, right here in on top. So I think we're going to do that. So you can go ahead and grab your ephemera. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and cut this one out. And this one has little flowers on it. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of detail cutting on this one. I'm just going to show you how to, I'm going to actually just fussy cut around the larger flowers. I'll keep the larger flowers and then maybe some up here, maybe if it's not too hard to cut. But most of this will be not here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And let's see, what else do we got here? I'm trying to look for another frame. I like this frame here as well. And that's a good frame. This one is definitely a good frame. So definitely look at what cards you don't think that you'll want. So if you wanted to go ahead and cut them up, you can do that, okay? So I think I'll cut this one, and then we'll go ahead and put and we'll make this into a frame, and then we'll go ahead and put maybe that same one behind with the lines, so you can definitely journal something on there. Okay. Or you know what? I think I'll just do the princess, because my granddaughter had a birthday party that was a princess, so I think that'll work. So, okay, so now if you want to save this part, okay, let's say you want to save the lines and everything, what you could do is, instead of going from angle to angle, okay, like I was doing before, you can definitely just get your X-Acto knife, okay, and cut a little slit on the side, okay, just cut a little slit, all right, and you can definitely just get your scissors in there, and then just try to cut the best you can, okay, or you know what, I'm sorry I'm actually thinking while I'm doing this. So you could cut here, okay, go ahead and cut a straight line all the way up, okay, all the way up, just like that. And then what you want to do is cut another line beside it. All right. And the reason why you're doing that is because you're creating a larger opening for you to start cutting. Okay. So you can definitely go ahead and fit your scissors in that slot now. Okay. And you can go ahead and cut that out of the way. And your scissors will fit in that slot. And you can go ahead and just cut right in there. And if you wanted to save the lines, let's say you wanted to maybe put this on your insert page, okay? Because it has a really pretty graphics on it, and it has the journaling lines on it, you know, you may want to save that part. So that is one way that you can definitely get save some of your stuff for embellishing later, okay, embellishing your pages, okay. And you know, of course, you don't have to cut out, you know, you don't have to do this part if you don't want to. You can definitely, and you could just stick a picture over it, maybe, and make some homemade flowers with your paper and embellish over it. So you could do that. And your cutting doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Don't worry about that. Your cutting will come with time if you're new and you don't like fussy cutting, okay? If you don't like fussy cutting, then you can definitely use your X-Acto knife or maybe have someone else cut it for you. You know, there's ways around it sometimes, and like I said, you could just definitely stick a picture over everything and then fill it in with your stickers and fill it in with your homemade flowers and such like that. And my fussy cutting is not that great right now. I'm going up in the lines and out of the lines. I'm going all over the place. So we're going to save this part. Okay, and it may not be perfect, and I may just use this part only. Okay, but at least I have these lines here, and I can stick a sticker right here on top of that. Okay, so and that's fine. You can always hide, you know, these little imperfections like that with stickers or a chipboard or whatever. So, okay, so now that we have this frame cut out, okay, you are going to go ahead and we're going to make a window sheet. So we're going to make a window onto this, and we're going to go ahead and put our score tape on this right now, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here, and I'm going to just fast forward through this part. Okay, so for your window sheet, you are going to go ahead and cut it 4 by 6, okay? So that is how big your window sheet needs to be, is 4 by 6. Again, I'm using the graphics window sheet or plastic sheets from J&S Hobbies, and they are really, really sturdy. It's like almost like using cardstock, you guys. They're so sturdy. Like, they're really thick. I really like them. I really do. And y'all know, I'm going to tell you the truth. Okay, and at J&S Hobbies, they have some really good products, and so I really, really like them. So we're going to go ahead and take this part off here. And then if you want to, okay, now this is if you want, you can go ahead and place a, after we get this on, it's totally up to you if you want to go ahead and place this on your white cardstock, or if you want to go ahead and place this on your if you want to place it on your white cardstock, or you want to cut out a sheet of paper, your pattern paper. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and place mine on my white cardstock. Okay, and then if you have excess, you can definitely cut that off. And I have a little bit showing up here. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and use my 1/4" tape, and I'm going to put it way on, I'm going to try to get it like right on the edge, you guys, okay? Because I want my picture to fit in here, and the picture that will fit in here is actually not going to be 4 by 6. The picture that is going to fit in here is going to be 4.5, or 4 in, let's just say 4 3/4 by 3.5 or 3 1/4. Okay, you might be able to get away with a little bit more than that, but that's the size that you're going to need. Okay. So, and that's why I'm putting my tape way on the end here, because I want to make sure that my picture will fit in here. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you are not going to tear off one side of your tape, whether it be the top, bottom, or the sides. You need to leave one part of your tape on top of there. Okay, and so we are going to go ahead and put that right there, just like that. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and decide, like I said, where you want your tape at, or not, what side you don't want to remove the tape. So like, let's say you find it easier to put the tape in, or the picture in from this way, then that's what you're going to do, is you're going to go ahead and just leave this side on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and peel off my tape, the backing of that, and go ahead and lay this down. And I think I got some stuff on there. Little papers are sticking to my window here. So, okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick that right down here. Just like that. Okay, and then I have my opening right here for my picture. Okay. The other thing I wanted to let you know is that, so if you have this right here, and I did not stick this down. So because if you have, let's say, a photo and this is blocking that, you can definitely always cut this off, okay? Like I'm actually thinking about cutting it off right now because it is a little bit big, okay? And it's okay if you cut off certain things, okay? I mean, afterwards. You don't have to keep the whole image on your paper, okay? You don't have to keep it on there. You can definitely cut that off. Okay, just like that. So now I have just a little bit. And it makes more room for the picture. Okay, so that can just be in the trash, and there you go. So now we're done. So now the back of this, we're just going to go ahead. We're going to peel this off here. And this part, and yes, I know it's going to be hard to cover up because it's so pretty, but we got to do it. We got to do it. We got to do it. So we're going to go ahead and do that and put this on here. And there we go. So now that is finished. Yay! Okay. And we're going to go ahead and smooth that down. Just like that. Okay. And so now that that is done, okay, now we can go ahead and set that aside, and we can go ahead and focus on our doors. So these two pieces of paper are going to go back up here, okay, and then we have this one, and I have my other one, just got to find it. So maybe this is it. Yep, I think this is it right here. Okay, so this is going to go here, just like that. Okay, and then this will go here just like this. Alrighty, so just like that. And I think I cut one bigger than the other, and so I'm just going to go ahead and trim this down just a tad. Okay, so just like that, okay. And then we're going to go ahead and glue these down, and then we're going to go ahead and you're going to cut out some pieces that fit in the back of here, okay, just like that. And if you make yours long, that's okay. It's not a problem. It doesn't have to be short, okay, because like I said, we're going to put a pocket right here. So once I glue these on, then I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So now that I put my papers on my flaps, okay, and everything, we can go ahead and glue everything on. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here, and you're going to go ahead and put that glue on the flap facing upward or towards you. So you're just going to go ahead and put that flap on your right hand side. Okay, and you're going to make sure that your magnets match up, okay? So you want to make sure that those match up, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just push that down, put it over, and go ahead and put that down, and then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. You're just going to go ahead and burnish them in really good. Okay. All right, and then here, we're going to go ahead and put this one here. And again, you're just going to burnish that in really good. Okay, just like that. And then if you have a little napkin or anything, you just want to grab that so you can pick up the excess glue. You need to. So just like that, that's how you're going to put those in there. And then that's going to go like that. This piece here, we did our frame. You're going to go ahead and make sure your magnet attaches to that. Okay, go ahead and put your glue in on that little flap there. Okay, again, your flap is going to be on your right hand side. You're going to go ahead and lay this down, but before you do, you want to make sure that you have that magnet correct. Okay, so you want to make sure your magnet's where you put it. Okay, and then you're just going to go ahead and lay that down just like that. Flip this over. Make sure it's straight. Okay, there we go. And there you go. So there is our little book. Yay! So I think it's a little bit crooked still, I think. Let's see if it's, maybe it's not, and it's just me. Okay. Okay, so just like that. So that is how that is going to be. And then here we're going to go ahead and you can put a little piece of paper here, just like this, right next to that. Okay, so you can definitely go ahead and cut that at 1.5 inches. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. I think that's. Okay, so that's where that needs to be, and then I'm going to go ahead and just cut that down. So I'm just going to take a snip of that off there. All right, and I'm just marking it with my fingernail. So I think it's right here. That's where it needs to be. Okay, just like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my glue right here on my little area and put that on. And we are done with this page. Or no, we're not done. I'm sorry. We're done with this part. But we need to finish the inside. So you're going to go ahead and open up the inside, and here we have 2 little spots that we need to cover. And what we're going to do is you are going to go ahead and grab a scrap piece of paper. You should have something like this from covering the inside of your book. Okay, so we need to have these at 2.5 inches, 4 7/8 by 2.5 inches. Okay, and I know that this is 4 7/8 already. So I just need it at 2.5 inches. And you need to have 2 of those. So, there's 1 and 2. Okay, so once you have 2 of these, then we're going to go ahead and we are going to score them. Okay, let's see. Let me make sure that they're at 4 7/8. I'm pretty sure they are. Oh, wait, nope. So 4 7/8. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these down to 4 7/8 real quick. I thought they were at 4 7/8 already. Sorry. Okay, so 4 7/8 by 2.5. And then you're going to go ahead and score these at a 1/2 inch on the right, left, and on the bottom side. We're going to go ahead and stick that onto the side there. I'm going to bring over my score board, and so I'm going to go ahead and score this a 1/2 inch, turn it over, score a 1/2 inch, turn it over, score another 1/2 inch, and then score a 1/2 inch, turn it over, let me see, score a 1/2 inch here, and I want a 1/2 inch here. Had to make sure that it was right. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut right at those little X's there. So once you fold your paper, okay, if you're new, you will fold your paper like this, where your score lines are, to make your pocket, okay, and where it crisscrosses, that's where you're going to cut at a slant, okay. You're going to go ahead and grab your scissors and cut right across that X. Okay, so right across that X. Again, you're going to go ahead and cut right across that X. Just like that. Okay. And so there are your pockets, and that's going to be for the inside of our little doors, okay? Now, at this time, you can go ahead and burnish those score lines in. You can use your tape or you can use your glue, whatever you prefer. Okay, if you're going to use your tape, just go ahead and add that on there. Then you're going to bring your book back over, or your little page. Okay, and before we do this, I just remembered. I wanted to show you guys something. I just remembered something. I wanted to use this. Okay, this is part of the Heartfelt Elegant Pocket Accents, okay? And this little piece, we are going to form our little pocket, give it a nice little edge here, okay? So how you do that is you're going to go ahead and put this here, okay? And you're going to go ahead and run it through your machine, all right? So this is actually going to fit under it, and this is over it. This will not cut. This will only cut up here. This will not cut below because your paper is over the die cut, okay, part. So you're going to go ahead and put this right above here, okay, and I'm just going to make sure it's straight and that it's in the middle, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and tape it down. So once you get your die where you want it, you can tape it. And I'm just using some washi tape, okay. And you are going to go ahead and put that right there, and you're just going to go ahead and tape that. Now it doesn't matter, you know, how you tape it or anything, it's going to stay. So then you're just going to run that through your die machine. So let me go ahead and grab my die machine. And while we're here, while we're doing our pockets, okay, we're also going to cut some other things out that I want to show you, that because we're going to use them later through our book, okay? So, and I think I was wrong about cutting my paper. It did cut it. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. That looks stronger than what it is. So, okay, so there is how your pocket's supposed to look, okay, when you're done. Just like this, and then you tape it onto your book. So let's try this again. Okay, I'm going to have to make another one. So, bring this back through here. Pop this through. And you're just going to go ahead again, put it through there. Make sure it's in the middle part. Okay. And let's see here. I'll just okay. So I'm just going to tape it down like this. Okay. Actually, I'm going to tape it like this. Okay. And then I'm going to run it through. And I'm actually going to, hold on one second. I'm going to use 2 pieces. Let's see here. Okay. So just like that. Okay. And then we're just going to run this through only on the top part. Okay, so then you're going to back it out. Okay, you don't want it to go all the way through, and there's your pocket. Okay, and that has how that's going to look. So it's going to give it a nice little edge. Okay, so you're only going to do it a little, as soon as you hear it click, just back it out. Okay, so then you know that it went through. All right, so the second thing we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and grab this, okay, this die, and you are going to go ahead and put this die on top of here just like this. These are going to fold back, okay, and we're going to cut them a little bit before we put them in there, or you don't have to, you could just cut them. And then you're going to bring this down so it creates like a little border on that. Okay, and I just thought it added a little bit of an elegant look to that, and I just really thought it looked really pretty. So that's how we're going to use this die. Okay, so again, you're going to use this one. You're going to go ahead and cut out a white piece of paper, and this is great because you can use your scraps, right? So we can use our scraps with this, and again, you're just going to use this die because we're going to go ahead and cut that whole thing out. So I'm just going to put this around here, just like that. Okay. And you can go ahead and run that whole piece through, just like that. Okay. And look at how pretty, I mean, this cuts out so nice, you guys. I absolutely love it. And the pieces just kind of fall out. If you just kind of hit it right, most of the pieces will fall out. I mean, you might have to pick a few of them, but really, I mean, most of them just kind of fall out with you just kind of lightly tapping it. So really, you don't have to, you know, spend a whole lot of time digging out things. So, and that's one of the things that I like about this die, is that everything seems to just pop right out when you hit it. So it looks really pretty. So there you go. So you're going to go ahead and need 2 of these on top of your pocket, on your 2 pockets, okay? And then you're also going to need to cut out a couple of these little corner things, okay? And these are beautiful. So these are just so delicate. I just love them, and that's what they look like, okay? So you'll cut out a few of these, and I want to say, if you want to cut out 2 of these together, and then pick a couple of scrap pieces of pattern paper and cut out a few to put around, so we can put these on top of there, okay? And so let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to grab my white scraps, okay? My white, I'm just going to use this one, and I'm just going to go ahead and lay this down right there, and grab some washi tape, and I'm just going to grab a couple of pieces. Okay, and I'm just centering it, making sure that it's centered, so that way when it goes through the machine, it's not all wonky and everything. So, and I try to get my pieces close together, so at least it gives me a little bit more to here, so I have some more scraps to work with here. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay that there, just like that. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and cut those out. And these are so beautiful. They're so elegant. I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all. I think I showed them already, but I'm going to show y'all again. I'm going to show y'all again. So here we go. And see how the pieces are already coming out, you guys? Look at that. So, so pretty. Look at that. Just, I mean, they just fall out. Okay, so just like that. So you're going to need a few of these, and I would cut out maybe 10. Just use your white scraps pieces of paper that you've got from when we, cut out some frames or picture mats, or you cut out your covers to cover your book. So just use some white scrap pieces of paper. Okay, so you're going to have these. Okay, so you want those. And then what we're going to do is you're going to take a couple of, you're going to take these, okay? I'm going to put those aside. And we are going to go ahead and pick out some scraps here. So like this, okay? And you're going to go ahead and put one here. And I don't know if I can get this one on here. Maybe like that. There we go. So just like that. And you're just going to cut those out. So those are going to be behind the ones that we cut out. So there's your pieces. Okay. So then this will go behind here, just like that. See? And you can bring these down just a bit to make a little bit of border. See how I'm bringing it down just a tad to kind of give it a border on that. So those will be really nice. And so if you want to cut out like, I don't know, 10 pairs, or yeah, 10 pairs. So then that would be great. So then we have more than enough to make some really nice framing places for photo mats and such. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to cut out a few of these. And then we will be using this. Okay, and for these, you'll want to cut out, just cut out a few, maybe 5 or 6. You'll just want to cut these out in white, okay? And then you'll want to cut out, we'll do the backing later, but for right now, just cut out about 5 or 6 of these in white, okay? And then same with these. You'll just want to cut out 5 or 6 of these in white, okay? And, you know, if we don't use them, you have them for your next album, okay? So I am going to go ahead and cut out some items, and then I'll be back. Okay, guys, so now we're going to go ahead and finish the back of page 1, and we're going to go ahead and put our pockets here. Now that we went ahead and used our dies to create this beautiful little scalloped edge here, we're going to go ahead and put these right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick this here, but before we do that, we're going to go ahead and actually put these on too. So we went ahead and cut these out, and again, this is from, these dies are right here, and these are from the Heartfelt Creations Elegant Pocket Accent set, die set, okay? It does come with 8 pieces, so you are able to cut out a whole piece like this, and then you can also cut a backing to that piece with just this one piece here. So you would get something like, let's see, so it would look like this, okay? Just like that. So I think this is so cute. I just love this. So so I just wanted to show you that again. And so I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here. Okay, I am going to leave a border, a slight border on that, just like that. Okay, I'm going to grab my glue. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue right on the edges. And I'm going to put a little bit on the tips back here. And then glue those down. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here. And then around this way. This way. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and fit this right over our pocket, and you're just going to push up just a bit, just to kind of give it a little bit of a border, just like that. Okay. Okay, and then on the back you can go ahead and put, whoops, actually that shouldn't be like that. It should be like that. There we go. Okay, so here, and like I said before, you can go ahead and either cut these off or just glue them to the back of this part right here. However you want to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and glue mine down, just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put glue on my flaps. Right here. And then you're just going to go ahead and stick that down. And then, of course, you can burnish that down. And then stick your little bone folder inside. Make sure that your pocket is glued down. Okay. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and do the other side. And we're just going to put that on there just like that. And then just leave a little border. Like that. My fingers got stuck. Okay, just like that. And then you can go ahead and stick some of your glue back here and just lay that down again. And just make sure that it's burnished in really good. Okay. And see, I want to go ahead and make sure that this is okay. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and make sure my pocket is burnished in really good. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and put some little stickers on here. So I'm going to grab my sticker sheet. And let's see here, I can go ahead and put let's see here, got 2 of these. And you know, I think right now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put these little ones on here. I'm just going to stick this little one right here. And then stick this little one on the other side. Right in the middle. Okay, right there. Just like that. And so here we can put tags, and here we can go ahead and put some pictures. And for our mat, for our pictures, we're going to go ahead and use some white. And I think for these, I'm going to go ahead and put one here. So we'll put one here like this. This is going to be a 3 5/8, okay? 3 5/8 by 4 3/4. So yeah, so 3 5/8 by 4 1/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this down like that there, just like that. And for that, we're going to go ahead and use some of our corner pieces. So for the corner pieces, we're going to go ahead and use 2 of these. There's that one and this one. So we're going to go ahead and glue these on here. And you want to kind of leave it a little bit of a border on these, okay? So when you stick these on here, you want to go ahead and push them down just a bit, just to leave a nice little border around that, okay? Just like that. Okay, and one's going to go here, and the other one is going to go up here. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and grab my glue, put a little bit up here, mainly just up around the edges of this, and that on here, just like that. Okay, just so it gives it a nice little border right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick this one right here. So for these, I'm going to go ahead and put the glue just around this area here, just on the tippy top of that. Okay, and I'm going to stick one right there. Okay, and then so my picture can slide in and out if I want it to. And then I'm going to stick another one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that there so I know where to put my other one. So, and right at the edge, guys, okay? You don't want to put it any closer than that. Okay, so if you wanted to, you can definitely have room to slide your picture back and forth. Okay? Or if you wanted a larger photo in there, you can definitely fit a larger photo in there. All right, so that again is going to fit this little photo here. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and I believe it was 3 5/8 by 4 1/4 by 4 3/4. So I'm going to write this down on here. 3 5/8 by 4 3/4 is the size of your photo, and that photo can just slide right in there, just like that. Okay, or it will fit a bigger photo probably. So you'll just put your photo right in there, just like that. Okay, and then on the side here, we can actually just use some stickers, or you can use some ephemera. So I think on the side here, we'll go ahead and put oh, I really like that. I really like the castle, you guys. That's so stinking cute. So I'm going to go ahead and back this with some paper because I want it to stand out a little bit. So I'm trying not to cut a lot of different papers. Just looking for scraps. So I'm going to use this one here. Okay, and I'm going to actually stick this right here. And I'm just going to cut around it. So I'm actually just going to cut a border. And I think I'm just going to stick that right there with this Once Upon a Time. Let's see if I have, you know what, I kind of like this. I think I want to stick this there. I like this one or that other one. I don't know which one I want. Let's see here. I like this one. Okay, so I'm going to put this one here, just like that. And stick that there. If we have that there, like that, and then this little girl, and then this at the bottom, like that. Or we could have it tilted like this. Okay, and then so for right here where our a little white is showing, you can definitely cover that up with some half inch pieces. So just like this. Okay, and there's that. So we're going to go ahead and cover these right here with, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use some of my scraps. So I think I might just go ahead and use this. I could use this too. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this at a half inch. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and stick those there just like that. Okay, so those will be glued on there. And then we'll go ahead and place some embellishments on here. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and put this up here. So I'm only going to put some around here, okay, up on top area, okay, just a little line, and then some on the side here, because this is going to be over here near my my photo, and so I don't want my photo to be glued down. So I'm just going to put it right there. So that way my photo can slip in and out. Okay, so it will slip in and out. Okay, and then here we'll put maybe her down here, and then put this right there. So here I'm going to go ahead and just put some on the bottom part, some glue on the bottom, and I'm going to have her tilted a little bit like this. And then this, I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. There's that. And then we're going to go ahead and put these on there. I'm just going to put one line, just put my glue on there, and just glue that down. And I'm just gluing it all the way up, okay? So just like that. And make sure that it doesn't hit the fold, so it's not going to get bent or anything in there. Okay, and I'm just going to try to put that in there. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and just clip those off. Okay, so just like that, and this part is done. So that's pretty much it. So you can go ahead and put your picture, you know, inside here, just like this. Okay, and it won't fall out or anything because we have enough items around our photo to hold that in place. So yay! So I love that. Okay, so we are done with this. So there is our page 1 all finished. And we will be doing our inserts later. So once we get all of our pages done, then we'll do our inserts. So that is page 1. So the next step we were going to do, I forgot, we were going to go ahead and do this part here. And I'm just going to go ahead and again lay down some of these beautiful pieces here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay those down, and then we will be back for page number 2.